Have you heard anything about this Cosmere RPG?
Oh, the Sanderson one.
Yeah. Sanderson is like a science fiction author, right? Like
or
I think he's the one that finished Wheel of Time, isn't he? After the original.
Yeah, I honestly don't have much of an opinion on it. It's kind of has the smell to me of kind of like the Avatar RPG, because remember everybody was like, "Holy shit, the Avatar RPG is making," and this is like the Airbender Avatar, but it made it like I don't know whatever, like $9 million or something on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Try to find me one group, like publicly who's playing this game.
Well, Sanderson's a writer. He's not a game designer, right? So I'm really wondering about. I saw John Delarose did a video about it. I mean, John Delarose obviously has a vested interest because he's like on the other side of the sci-fi and fantasy woke wars, right? And Sanderson apparently is full woke, and the game itself is full woke, and he spends apparently tons of time talking about, first of all, about how players have to, do their safety measures and all of that sort of thing, right? The X and everything else, right? But then also his world, right? It's just sickeningly woke, apparently. So, but I'm what I'm really curious about. I'm gonna have to ask John if he has any idea of this. Did Sanderson design these rules himself, or did he use a shadow writer? I think it might be a case like that because
one way or the other, he approved it, I'm sure. So, if he didn't want it in there, it wouldn't have been in there. So
next question.
Yeah, I would just pass on that probably.
Right. Let's carry on. I just asked it offhand because I just watched that video the other night. Wondered if you'd already.
Yeah, and I think somebody was already asking me, maybe in my chat or something, just like, hey, do you have any opinions on this? And that's enough for me. Just all of the, hey haters, we got to make this game safe. This is everybody gets a seat at the table, blah, blah. That's enough for me these days. I'm like, okay, I'm out.
We got a super chat here from Luis Rivera. Good evening, folks. Have you played any of the Free League publishing RPGs? What's the best, worst in your opinion? I haven't read or played any of them. I'm vaguely familiar with them. All right, so go ahead.
Yeah, generally speaking, I like Free League. They're not a big company, but I guess they're big enough, and they're one of the bigger companies, I suppose, that I would kind of trust these days. We played the Alien RPG, which has a pretty cool stress mechanic. It basically just seems to want to recreate alien stories. We played a little bit of Dragonbane. I like Dragonbane. It seems to be a faithful update of I don't know what is Dragon and Demon. It's something in Swedish. There doesn't seem to be
that famous Swedish RPG.
Yeah. There doesn't seem to be a ton of, modern or like woke stuff. And honestly, I'm collecting. I don't know how much I'll get to play it, but I'm collecting their One Ring, the second edition, just because the books look beautiful. And I really do like just kind of picking them up sometimes and just kind of looking through them and reading. And there's nothing in there that seems to be woke or anything like that. So, as far as the systems go, they're all sort of different, which I kind of, I kind of like that, some of the systems carry over to, their games, others don't. So generally speaking, I have a positive view of Free League.
All right. We've got a $10 super chat from Garhant. Hope I pronounced that right. Looking at Harmony Ginger putting in earlier modes of D&D, say OE, where there's heavier politics, collaborative building of the campaign world, physical culture, races, and PvP. Your take?
Well, for me, I think all that's fine except the PvP. That sounds good on paper, but you're dealing with people, and even people who aren't terribly sensitive. They may just be looking to game just to relax and like do something from their childhood. They don't want to get stabbed in the back by somebody at the table. And it may seem like fun at first, but I'm just saying, if you have the right group, then go for it. but I'm saying don't be surprised if somebody's just like, you know what, this is not really what I want to be doing, on my Friday nights or whatever. So it can lead to some pissed off people. But
well, as I understand it, Harmony Ginger has been running these kind of, she calls them Bronsteins. I don't know if they're actual real Bronsteins or if they're the fake Bronsteins that the OSR uses, that the Bro SR uses, or
I think she tries to keep it legit. I mean, I think she talked to Dave Wesley. I think she legitimately is trying to.
Well, I know she for a while she had become kind of the it girl of the Bro SR for a bit, and then she had a falling out with them or something. But I don't know.
I didn't even realize that.
But
I like Harmony.
That sort of game. If it is a Bronstein style game, let's say even a Bronstein inspired game, PvP would probably make a lot more sense, because in that sort of game, each character is running a faction, right? So they could be making and breaking alliances, right? That could be something that happens with frequency, as compared to in a regular RPG where you usually have the gaming party and they're all united. And in that, I totally agree that if you're, as a rule, if you're running a game and you have a standard type of player party, and then there's this one asshole that just decides, oh, well, I'm going to be the guy that steals from everyone else, and maybe I'll even stab someone, like that's never good, right? Like it's always one of those variants of players that really are.
But if everybody knows what they're signing up for, and like you said,
it's
sort of part of the game.
A lot of times those are the guys that just decide that mid-game, and they're like, what? I'm just role-playing, right? Like that sort of thing is shit, right? But if you start the campaign saying, look, well, you guys are all, your guy is, you're in charge of the West Marches, and this guy is in the Hill Lands, and you guys are all, rulers of these domains, and now you guys are gonna, try to fight it out amongst yourselves. Well, that can be interesting too, right? But I think that's where the PvP comes from there, and so that makes it a bit more acceptable compared to like if you were doing a dungeon crawl and you suddenly had people killing each other.
Used to just be, they would say, hey, what do you want me to do? I'm chaotic neutral, man.
Okay. Chaotic neutral is the excuse
I can do
it. Joseph Brainerd Johnson says, but Daggerheart has a scented candle. That's got
and bathrobes.
That was only, they only included the scented candle in these special boxes that they did for like the big YouTube influencers, which is like, it makes it extra funny in some way, right? Like, they think the scented candle would be the thing that would like put them over the top, right? I don't know. Maybe the scented candle is hollow and it's got just a big wad of cash inside,
Smells like loneliness.
Andy Reichert says Chunkless and Chupacabras would be a fun game, though. That's funny. Daggerheart. Trying to catch up here.
Yep.
Sanderson is an embarrassment. Yeah, well, I was quite shocked when John Delarose pointed out that Sanderson's gone like that level. It's a real, like he's talking about how, like in the magical world of Cosmere, I forget what the name of the world, I don't think that's the name of the world, but in the magical world of this setting, the energies of the world mean that you will eventually just transform into your own true gender if your character is, trans. It's like, holy shit, that's a whole new level of creativity there, dude.
From what I don't know, just all these games, from what I've seen, just the look of them just turns me off. It just has this too clean, like look to it. Everything's just so, I don't know, so bright and like, oh, let's all go down to the inn and have a nice drink and dinner, and then we'll go to the night market and do a bar crawl.
I guess Mormons ain't what they used to be.